this is going to serve as our agent to mix up the meatballs. And away we go. So now we have a wonderful, wonderful sauce that is made with onions and peppers and fresh herbs. That smells wonderful, wonderful. So if you want to bring our bowl over, we can mix right here. Great. So we've got our mixture. This is going to miraculously turn into meatballs.
I don't believe it.
You know what? Watch. Just
meatless meatballs.
Here comes the meatless meatball. So first thing, we add in our yummy mixture of onions and peppers, spices, fresh herbs from the garden. We've got that. All right, we're going to start mixing that up.
It does smell good.
Starting to smell really good, isn't it? And we're going to add our eggs. So if you want to pop our eggs in there. Now our eggs, of course, are not real eggs. They are flax meal. Look how goopy that got. Yeah, it's flax meal with water. So you get all your omegas and essential fatty acids.
Oh yeah, you can definitely smell that onion.
Yeah, and there's no, and there's absolutely no extra fat. You know how fattening regular meatballs are? Unbelievable. They are unbelievably fattening. So, once we've got this mixed up nice and well, boy, it is very aromatic.
Yes, it is.
It is. These onions that I got are so powerful. We're about to cry.
Yep.
We're about to cry now. But it's a happy cry. It's a happy cry. So, there we go. This is our meatballs. So now, you're starting to believe. You know,
I'm starting to believe.
You're like Neo, and I'm Morpheus. You're the one. You're starting to believe, right? So if you want to bring our glass pan over, I'll start to convince you even more. Now, I really do want to cry. Them onions are serious.
I am crying.
Woo! Okay, so you don't need to put anything in the pan.
Okay.
Nothing in the pan at all. You just grab this and you shape it into little meatballs. That's all you do.
I'm going to wash my hands so I can help you.
Yes, you better. So it's all this pressure to make these perfect meatballs for the camera. Usually when I'm at home, I just slop them on in there and don't think about it. But for the camera, we'll try to make them pretty.
About that much?
About that much, maybe a little bit less. There we go. Yeah. And we will put about 6 or so meatballs in here. Maybe about 8 if we move these in just a tad bit. We can get like 2 more. And then maybe 1 in the middle.
All right. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, we're just trying to be efficient with our space. I'll try and squeeze 1 in the middle, and then you can get 2 in the end, and we'll be good.
Right, good to go.
Yeah, actually, I could probably fit 1 more, so that's good. We'll be as efficient as we can.
You putting 1 in the middle? Am I doing 1 more?
You're doing 1 on the side, and I'm putting 1 in the middle.
All right.
And then we'll be done.
That one's a little small.
Are you starting to believe?
I'm starting to believe.
Starting to believe these are going to be meatballs?
I just can't wait to try them.
Well, you can tell by the smell they're going to taste amazing. So, okay, so now these are ready to go in the oven.
Shall I do it?
Yep, you go ahead and put it in the oven. I'll wash my hands.
And how much time?
So that's going to bake on about 350, and it's going to bake for about 35 minutes. Let's move this out of the way. And while that's baking, we're not even going to wash this Vitamix because we're going to make a homemade barbecue sauce, which is fabulous. Yep, good. Right, 35 minutes?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to put some tomato sauce I'm going to get started while you're
Yeah, I'm gonna wash my
in there washing your hands. And see if I have something to get the rest of this tomato sauce out of here.
Now, this does not seem like anything you would put in a barbecue sauce. It smells just delicious.
It smells great, but you know how you get that little sweetness from the barbecue sauce? You want something sweet, but you don't want to put sugar in there. So we're using an orange ginger marmalade that is sweetened only with fruit juice. It smells wonderful, and it's going to add this really wonderful dimension to the barbecue sauce. So first, we're going to put the tomato paste or tomato sauce, and then we are going to add few other fun ingredients. This is 100% pure organic maple syrup, and it's got a little bit of smoke flavoring in there. You're going to have to go to the health food store to get the right stuff because there's a lot of smoke flavoring out there. So we're adding our maple syrup with our smoke flavoring in there. It smells amazing. And then we're going to get, I think what I want to get from you is if you could get me about a 1/4 cup of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar.
I can do that.
Okay, if you get that for me, and I will be putting some of the other ingredients in here. Some of the other ingredients that we need are, and you have to be really careful with cumin because cumin is one of those spices that can take over the whole dish. So this is cumin. Cumin seeds are what we're going to use. And we're going to use about a half a teaspoon of cumin. Okay, cumin kind of adds a nice dimension to the barbecue sauce. Okay, and so this is our raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar.
Why unfiltered?
Because you want the enzymes, the yummy enzymes that are in there. And we're going to add about a teaspoon of brown mustard seeds. Now you can powder this ahead of time, but since this is a Vitamix, no need. Vitamix will take care of it. You can also use mustard powder or you could use mustard, but again, if you're going to get mustard from the store, you want to make sure that that mustard is not, it has to be made with apple cider vinegar and sea salt. Okay. And that's a combination that's hard to find even in the health food store. Okay, so we're going to add about a teaspoon of turmeric. Turmeric is a wonder herb, and put some of that in there, and it's fantastic. And for a little kick, we're going to add some cayenne pepper, about half a teaspoon, because we're living dangerously today. And then I believe we've got all of our ingredients. Got our salt, we got our got a little bit of the garlic powder, and that's about it. And so now we need our top for our Vitamix. I think that's your, yeah, there we go. And we're going to just blend this until it magically turns into barbecue sauce.